We miss our face-to-face contact with you all, but we all want to stay motivated with you to continue to keep reaching our goals. So we're gonna do a mat class today. I hope you join along. Now, throughout the mat class, you're going to take precautions. Anything you have going on with your body, just continue to listen to your body. That's super important. Challenge yourself as much as you can. We all want to keep those goals moving forward. So I'll give you modifications as we go. We're going to start with those feet side by side, taking a nice deep inhale in. We're going to sweep those arms up. Inhale that breath in. Exhale, those arms move down. Get a little soften bend of those knees. Press that floor away, straighten, lengthen, reach. Inhale. Expand that breath capacity and exhale, let that release. Inhale, gather, reach, extend those arms on up. Just a little reach with each arm, reach, reach. Reaching up towards your ceiling there, lengthening through that sideline, getting a little space between the rib cage and the pelvis. Reach both arms up, shrug those shoulders up, nice deep inhale. Exhale those shoulders down and let those arms release their weight on down. Moving through the feet, little footwork here. Ball the foot, toes, and toe, ball, drop that heel down. Working through the feet, ball the foot, toes, and then toe, ball, and down. Keep working right to left. And toe, ball, and down. Ball the foot, toes, and toe, ball, and down. Let those knees bend. As we bend, we're going to take a little squat here. So sitting that pelvis back. Lengthen those arms forward and press that mat away. Lengthen tall. And we let that reach with those arms. Back with those hips. Nice long spine. And back on up. Inhale, exhale, and let that squat down. Those knees right in line with the toes, shining forward in our parallel. And reaching forward. You can either keep those arms long here, or you can bring those arms into the hips. We're going to work their feet again. Ball, toe, and ball, and down. Left and ball, and toe, and ball, and down. Ball and toe, and ball, and down. And ball and toe, and ball, and down. Both heels lift and lower. And lift and lower. And lift. And lower, lift those heels, hold that there. So you can take a little pulse down, down, down. Keep that length, keep drawing in with that abdominal support. 4, 3, 2, 1. Starting to feel those legs drop those heels down. Arms release, press that floor away. Lengthen all the way on up. We're going to let that breathe upward with those arms and a nice deep inhale. On that exhale, as you let those arms lengthen down, you're nodding that head forward. Drip that spine forward, roll it down. Soften those knees if you need. Let those hands find the mat. They're going to walk their way on forward and down the mat. Coming to a downward dog position. Articulating through the feet here. Ball the foot. Other heel drops down, getting that nice calf length. Alternating into our prance. Both heels rise up, rise high on those balls of feet. Both heels drop down. As those heels drop down, stay for a moment there. See if you can lift that pelvis, that tailbone, shine it up. Rise up on those balls of feet. And let those heels drop down. Rise it up. Heels drop down. Walk those hands back to the toes. Press that mat away with the feet and arms. Round little curl. Come all the way on up. Breathe those arms up. Inhale. Exhale those arms down. Nod that head forward, round and curl it on forward. Drip that spine. Find the mat there. Give a little soft bend in the knees if you need to. Walk it halfway on out to our downward dog. One more time, our prance. Up and over that ball of the foot. Lengthening, extending, dropping that opposite heel down. Rising onto both feet, rise it high. Heels drop down, tailbone lifts up. Rise it up high, inhale. Exhale, drop those heels down, find that length. One more inhale, rise it up. Drop those heels down and walk those hands back and roll your way on up. Inhale those arms up. Exhale those arms press down. Nod that head forward, round and curl it on down. Let those hands find the mat. Walking back to our downward dog. Good. Keep those heels rooted this time. The knees are going to bend. We're going to take a little hover knees. Let it come forward. You stack those shoulders over the wrist. Keep those knees at a hover, drawing up and over that abdominal support. Send those heels back down. From that downward dog, let that Rock forward, shoulders over wrists, hover knees. Up and in with that abdominal support, and heels drop down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, rock it forward, hover, support, and heels drop down. Inhale, exhale, and hover those knees. And we hold. 4. Keep it breathing. Up and in with that abdominal support. 2. And drop those knees, drop down. Find our all fours position here. Shoulders stacked right over those wrists. Cat and curl that spine, round and curl. Extend that length out. Opening to the arch, tailbone up, gaze up. Round and carry that nice mobility of the spine. Nice fullness of the breath. Exhale, release. And arch. And round and curl. This time extending to our lengthened spine here. We're going to go a little side to side. We're going to send that hip to the side. Hip and ear come to meet. Rib cage shifts off. And come back center. We're going to alternate. Hip and ear meet. Center. Side to side. One more time each side. As we come back to center, feel that neutral spine as we're here. Up and in with that abdominal support. Try to feel that flat plane of the back as if it was its own table merging all the way to where the pelvis is. So just moving our shoulders here on the back. The arms are going to stay straight. And we're just moving the shoulders for a little protract and retract of those shoulder blades on the back. Getting a nice mobility so that then we can kind of hone into where our stability is. First, mobilizing shoulder blades together, they have a little squeeze of that back space, and then as wide as you can press them on the mat. There's protraction and retraction, wrong blades draw those shoulder blades together, and that serratus helps to wrap that shoulder blade wide on the back. So our serratus work. One more, find those shoulder blades wide on the back. Press them away. Good. Stabilizing this sense of our length here. And we're going to go to a little extending of our right leg back. So that right leg's going to start. Make sure you can see me here. So as you extend that leg back, you're going to just notice that pelvis is going to stay on that even plane. We're just starting with a little lift and lower of the leg. And as we lift and lower, we're getting a length through this front of the hip. Shouldn't be disturbing that stability of the pelvis. Lift and lower. Notice those shoulders into the back. If this gets too much in your wrist at any time, you can come down to the forearms. That works here also. Length out to that crown of the head, up and in with that abdominal support. Good. Keep it at a hover right up from the pelvis. Bend that knee, that heel shining right up to the ceiling here. A little tap of that heel up to the ceiling. As we keep working into the leg there, remind that shoulder stability. Widen those shoulder blades up and in with that abdominal support throughout. Feel that squeeze like glute. We're working into our glutes here, so we'll squeeze up, up, up. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go from here and open this knee out to the side, and then drop right back parallel behind us. Open it out to the side, back parallel behind. Show you the side view of that. And then right back parallel. Side. As we stay out to the side this time, we're taking a little pulse up, up, up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Square it off back behind. Lengthen that leg on out. Touch those toes down. Draw that knee on in. Little child's pose stretch on back. Find that length on back. Nice deep inhale. Give a little release for those arms. A little moment for those arms. On that exhale, find all fours again. I'm going to show you the front view. Yeah? So we're extending that left leg back. Right behind you. Starting straight. It's just start with a lift and lower. And you're going to notice that those hips are staying nice, even across. Nothing changes except getting that length to that front of the hip. Feel that energy out the heel, out the crown of the head, up and in with those abdominals. Check back into those shoulders, nice broad and down. Keep that at a hover on back, bend that knee, and we're going to pulse it up, up, up. Right up, tapping that heel to the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, we're opening that leg to the side. Open it side. And square it back. Open it side. Up and into that abdominal circle. Check back into those shoulders, wide in the back. Staying out to the side, we're pulsing up, up, up. Four, 3, 2, 1. Square it behind the back. Lengthen that leg on out. Draw it down. Knees come in and let that lengthen on back. Forehead heavy. Relax those arms. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale. Rolling your way to come on up, and we're going to come to sitting cross leg here. It's nice, comfortable, whatever is a comfortable stance for you. So if you need to walk those legs a little bit out, just sitting right on top of those sits bones. We're going to reach your right arm on up, and we're going to just take a side bend over. So other hand is just resting lightly on the mat. Let that top elbow look right up to the ceiling here, so you're getting that length to that sideline. Nice deep inhale. Reach it up and place that right hand down. Left arm reaches up, side bend it over. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale. One more time each side. Right arm up and over. Let that head also, heavy ear towards your shoulder, towards the mat. Getting that length to the side of the neck, joining in. And coming on up. And side bend over. Inhale up and let that come on down. We're going to take a twist. So let's go to the right to start. That left hand is going to come on the outside of the thigh. You can use that other hand on the mat behind you. Lengthen up, let that rotate. We're exhaling to rotate. Inhale through the center. Use that opposite hand. Exhale and rotate. Letting that twist all of your oxygen out. Inhale through center. Exhale and twist. Inhale and center. One more time each side. Exhale and twist. Inhale and center. And exhale and twist. Inhale back to center. We're going to let those legs come right in front of you here. Give them a little walk on out so you have some space for the hips. So not too close. Give some space there. Those arms are reaching forward and we're starting tall up on those sits bones. So nice deep inhale. On our exhale, we're letting that tuck that tailbone under. We're scooping and curling those abdominals back. Those ribs move back and those shoulders move back. Just so you feel that broadness of the sacrum. Start to make that contact with the mat. Nice deep inhale. On that exhale, active scoop, curl, round that over. Stack that back into our length. Nice deep inhale, tall. Exhale, scoop, curl, coming back on that tailbone. Back of the pelvis. Stay there. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, scoop, round. C-curve movement. Stack that spine into our length. Inhale, tall. Exhale, tailbone tucks under, hollow, and scoop. Good, now we're going to stay here, breathing into that connection. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let that pull us over. And find that length on up. Sitting tall, nice deep inhale. On that exhale, hug and curl those abdominals on back. Scoop, scoop, scoop. We're going to stay here. On our inhale, we're going to let that sweep open. Adding a twist, drawing back through center. Inhale, exhale to the left, sweep it open. And back through center. Inhale, exhale, and twist. Let your gaze follow that back hand. And coming back to the center. Inhale, exhale, and twist. And inhale, center. Let that round on over. Let that lengthen tall, sitting tall in those sits bones. Inhale, exhale again, scoop and curl. Hug those abdominals in and back. Inhale, sweep that arm. And now we're going to stay here with this twist to your right and feel like you're reaching, deepening that curl and reach and twist. And 2, and 1, sweep it forward, round that curl on over. Nice deep inhale over, exhale, lengthen that spine tall. Inhale, prepare, exhale with that round and scoop, curling on back. Our same position there, just behind the tailbone. Sweep that left arm on open. And with that curl, deepen, rotate, and twist. And reach. And reach that arm on over, forward, and round that curl. Lengthen that spine tall. Let those arms take a little release. Sitting tall in those sits bones, energize those legs forward. Nice deep inhale. On our exhale, little spine stretch, round and curl, extending out over those lengthened legs. Nice deep inhale. And on that exhale, tuck, scoop those abdominals on back. Let that round its way all the way to lying on back. Those hands are going to plant to either side here. And let those knees bend, coming on in, starting them flat. So those arms are planted down to either side. Good. Check in as you're kind of feeling this contact now with your mat. Open, spiral those collarbones open. Good. Now as you feel that nice openness to the front of the chest, check into those ribs. Settle those front ribs down. Feel that contact of the back upper rib cage there with the mat. Check into our pelvis, our spine. We're in a neutral pelvis. We have this natural curve of the low back, and our pelvis, hip bone, subpubic bone, are in one flat plane in our neutral pelvis. Let those arms plant down to either side, and you let your right leg and then left leg come up to our tabletop. Nice deep inhale, connect that breath and the support, holding those legs in space. Check back into that neutral spine and pelvis. Make sure as you lifted those legs, you're not overly arching to that back. You keep those points of contact of that low lumbar with that little bit of space into our neutral. So we're going to go from here into our toe taps. So we're in this 90-degree angle of the legs. We're going to keep that 90-degree angle. We're going to exhale and we're going to tap down. Inhale up. Exhale, alternating. Inhale up. We're moving on that exhale so that we're recruiting and drawing in that core support. Not moving too quick here so we can keep that sense of where our stability is, our torso to our pelvis throughout. Feel that connection with those arms really planting down as part of that stability, that connection with that upper back of the arm, palm. Both legs meet on up. Both legs are now going to a double leg toe tap. Exhaling those legs down. Inhaling up. Now as we add both legs together, it's a lot more work for those abdominals. You'll feel that right away. So you are going to feel that sense of where your stability is. As those legs are moving down, if it feels like you're wanting to arch at a certain point, maybe that's as far as you go. One more here with our double leg toe taps. Pause those legs at the top, and then let that right leg come all the way down to plant, and that left leg come all the way on down to plant. Adding a little flexion of the spine. Reach those arms on up. Now if you have any head or neck issues, you're not necessarily going to do this flexion of the spine. So if you're here and you're not supposed to do that, you're just going to focus that sense of our core breath and maybe this movement of our arms to start. So nice deep inhale. On that exhale, those arms are pressing and we're adding that knotted curl. So we're coming out to our shoulder tips on the mat. Now as you add this flexion, I want you to first to notice, has anything changed in the pelvis and torso? Sometimes when we add curl and flexion here, the want of our body is to scoop into that. Yeah? That's our rectus wanting to overly fire. We want that rectus to work, but we're going to want it to work in our neutral spine and pelvis. So just notice that for a moment. We're still in that flat plane of the pelvis. And we'll let that come on down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale and we curl. And we let that release. Inhale. Exhale. Want that mobility coming from those front ribs moving down, opening those back ribs into the mat. And let that release. Inhale, exhale, and curl. And let that release. Inhale, exhale, and curl. We're going to keep this curl because those hands are going to come interlacing, supporting the back of the neck. So feel that heaviness in the head into your hands. We're going to try to keep this head at this curl as we let those legs come back to our toe taps. Inhale, exhale, we alternate. Both legs together, inhaling up, exhale, both legs down. Pause those legs up in our tabletop, let that head take a little rest on down. Nice deep inhale as you're there. Exhale, re-energize back up into that curl. The single leg to reach on out. Getting that full length and reach. Let both knees draw in, inhale, both legs extending on out. Start them high up on the diagonal, and if you feel like you can support and go lower, you can go lower from there. And feel that sense of stability, that sense of that connection. 2 more. Good. And 1 more. As those knees bend on in, let that head take a little rest, relax on down. Not quite done yet, almost. Nice deep inhale. On that exhale, re-energize that curl on up. Let those legs extend on up. Inhale, exhale, legs are now levering down. Exhale those legs away. Inhale those legs up. Exhale those legs away. Inhale those legs up. Exhale away. And inhale up. Exhale away. Inhale those legs up. Bend those knees. Head comes down. Arms can release. And those legs come all the way down to plant. Good. Now we're here in our parallel with our feet. Those heels are right in line with our sits bones. Those arms, that pressure of the arms we talked about earlier, now right along by our side. Going into our bridging. So we're going to start with a little levered bridge here. So nice deep inhale, and then exhale, we're connecting down to those feet, and then up that pelvis. Energy down to those arms, squeezing up with those glutes. Good. Take a moment to feel our points of contact through the feet. You want all that weight between the big toe and the pinky toe nice and even and heel. Yeah? You want to feel a nice length through this part of the hips as you squeeze those glutes. We're opening that front line. We're feeling those knees shining right in line with the toes, not letting that rock on out, but really feeling that inner thigh. You can even use, if you're home here, a pillow or something to squeeze into to sort of stabilize those legs. Those arms are working, so a little lift and lower. Deepen that connection. Lift and lower. Highest point here should be the pelvis. So make sure those ribs aren't wanting to overly arch. They're staying nice and connected to this line of energy, to that front line of the pelvis. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 1 more. Lift, nice deep inhale. On that exhale, slow and controlled. Bring that whole spine on down in that length, meeting the mat. Good. Nice deep inhale. On that exhale, spiral connecting to those arms, pressing down to those feet. Lift that pelvis on up, maintaining that connection to the pelvis. Now we're moving from the feet. Little lift and lower of those heels. Lift and lower. Four, 3, 2, 1. Drop those heels down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale that pelvis and that spine into that length, coming all the way on down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale again. Lift that pelvis on up. Now we're going to take our right leg on up. Now if single leg work feels like it's not okay for you, then you're going to stay with both legs grounded. So stay just right where we were. If you can, you're lifting that right leg on up. We're trying to maintain our pelvic height as we're here. So right leg's just hanging out in a little tabletop here. Feel that connection to that glute on that standing left leg. Really connect that length on up and in. And now we're lifting and lowering that single leg on the left. 2, 1. As you drop that heel down, bring that right leg down. We're going to exchange it for the left leg up into our tabletop. Settling there for a moment, pressing down, lifting that heel, lift and lower that heel. As that heel drops down, both feet ground down, nice deep inhale. On our exhale, slowly let that spine and pelvis come all the way on down. You're going to hug those knees on into the chest, holding on just underneath the knee, and you're circling, getting a nice mobility. We're going to build our mobility here. And reverse out to come on in. And let those legs come down to place. You're going to let that right leg come back on up. It's going to extend past our tabletop and take a little flex of the foot. So we're rotating the hip, rotating that knee out, and then coming back on in. And you can let your hands come to the pelvis just to notice. We're getting that mobility of that femur bone in the hip socket all the way out, and you can come all the way into a little internal rotation also. But not letting that mobility that's happening in that femur bone in the pelvis move the pelvis at all. So the pelvis is staying stable. Good. Now come back to parallel with the leg. Flex that foot, reach it to extend and to point. And then open that flex, shine that heel up, let that knee soften and bend. and extend, reach, and point, and flex, and let that bend. You're going to find where you can find that full length of the leg. It might be a little forward of that. Yeah, feel that integrity of your pelvis to spine is. Yep, not letting that tuck with the pelvis and spine. Keep that neutral. Now you're going to keep that leg extended with our flex. We're turning out and back to parallel. That mobility of the leg and the hip socket. Nice stable pelvis to spine. Good, one more. And as we come on back, we're going to point that toe, give it a slight external rotation, extend the opposite leg on down. So long leg here on the mat is pressing down with that back of the heel into the mat. My arms are just going to come long by your side. We're going to go into a little leg circle here. Now this is also about torso to pelvis stability. So a little small circle to start as if you're drawing that circle of the toes up towards the ceiling. So it goes out, down, around, across the midline, back center. I can play with how big my circle is, but first and foremost is that stability of the pelvis. No rocking and rolling with that pelvis. We reverse it. We go across, down, open, and back center. Exhale it away, inhale it back to center. One more on this side. And let that knee bend on in. Other leg's going to draw on in. We're going to exchange legs. So starting with this grounded leg bent, from our tabletop extended out from there, and we're having in that flex, and we're turning out and all the way in. External rotation into that internal rotation. And then we come back center, we let that extend to a point, and then open, flex and bend. And extend, reach to point, and open that flex, bend it in. One more of these. Extend to the point, and then flex, bend, and then keep that extension of the leg nice and straight. And then rotating out and in. Out and in. Keep that heel shining up towards the ceiling. One more. Come back to parallel. Point the toe. Give that slight external rotation. Send the bent leg that's grounded all the way down and out. Feel that back of the leg pressing into the mat. Stable. Arm stable. Leg circle out, around, across, and center. Exhale away. Back to center. And we reverse, going across, down, open, around, center. Exhale, inhale. Good, and last one. Coming back to center, bend that knee on in. Pause that left leg where it is. That right leg's going to come to join. And then both legs are going to extend on out. We're going to give them a slight bend in those legs. Just a slight bend, but almost to fully extended. Those arms are going to come out to the side where they can ground. And we're going to take a little tick-tock of the legs. So we're exhaling those legs over to the right. Your gaze is looking to the left. Now the pelvis can come up. We're getting a little rotation of that pelvis. And we're recruiting our oblique to draw those legs back to center. Exhale those legs away. Inhale them back to center. When you're even right to left, you're going to come to pause in center. You're going to extend those legs to straighten where they can straighten, and we're going to go into our corkscrew. So those legs are going to fall to the right and then down through the center. Feel like you're tracing the back of the sacrum. Exhale those legs away, forward, left, and center. Pausing at the top, we're going to reverse that, going to the left, center, right, and up. One more. Those legs come back in the center, and we're going to keep those legs straight. We're going to come to a little curl up if you can. If not, you're just going to grab onto the ankle here and take a little pulse, pulse. Keep that length of the legs. And let that pause to the right. Let those hands come behind the leg. Keep that length of the legs, and now we're going to go crisscross with our scissor legs. Bring that opposite shoulder to knee. Keep those legs nice, lengthened and straight. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bend those knees on in. Let that upper body come on down, and take a little rest. Legs can come on down, and we're gonna roll over to our side. Whatever side you wanna start on first. So I'm giving you the option here if you wanna do a little extra work into the lats here to come onto the forearm. But we also have in our side lying, at any time you can let that come with that hand just resting right down into the hands. So either of those are an option here. We're gonna start with our straight legs on out, and we're finding this under space, whether you're lying on the mat or you're propped up on the mat, you're gonna find that connection. Gathering those bottom ribs, there's that space even when you're lying down, those bottom ribs collected, and if you're on the forearm here, connecting that shoulder into the back. So starting, we'll go ahead and let those feet flex, so it'll lift and lower that top leg. Feel that abdominal support, nice, strong, and in. Good, keep it at a hover, circle that heel. And let that reverse. Top leg's gonna bend, placing right in front of that bottom leg. That bottom leg, keep that flex, it'll lift and lower that bottom leg. Bottom leg hovers. Bottom leg takes that circle. And reverse. Good. And let rest on down. We're going to let that lengthen on out. So even if you're propped up, you're going to let that lengthen all the way on out. And we're going to let both arms and both legs float on up. And release. If that feels too much, you can use this one hand and just float on up and release. So you have a little bit of support of those arms. Up and release. Both arm version. Up. That's a little bit more of a balance challenge. As you can see, I'm wiggling around. No wiggles. And one more, lifted up. And let that release. Let's come to our second side. I'm going to flip over this way so I can face you. You're welcome to turn around and face the other side. I'm propping up. Remember, you can lie it on down if you need. So find that forearm if you're propped up. Find those bottom ribs regardless. Lift and lower that top leg. Working to our glute med here. So you'll start to feel that work through there, but also feel that support throughout. Underside abdominals. Hover that heel, circle. Reverse. And with that pause, that top leg is going to come to the bend, that bottom leg is lifting and lowering. Working that inner thigh. Might not feel like you get much range of motion here, but feel that work. Inner thigh to lift. It keeps it a hover, a little small circle. That reverse. And let both legs lengthen on out. Use that hand to start. Both our upper body and legs float. And release. Lift. And release. And release. And then if you can, see if you can, both arms, both legs. Oh, this side seems easier for me. Good, last two. And last one. Good, release it on down. Good, we're gonna come to lying on our stomach so you can flip around, already facing onto your stomach here. I'm taking a little extension here. So as arms start lengthened on out, nice deep inhale. On that exhale, you're gonna let those arms drag their way on in. So just giving a little press down to those palms and shoulders and just take a little lift extension. Call this our Sphinx. Abdominals are lifted, engaged, and let that come back on down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, lengthen out through that crown of the head. Arms glide in, shoulders pull down, abdominals lift. And let that release on down. Nice deep inhale. Now we're going to see if we can float our arms and legs on up. And releasing down. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, arms reach, shoulders pull down the back, abdominals lift. Sweep those arms this time, reach it back. And come on down. Arms reach forward, lift, hover, extend, sweep those arms back. And release. This next time we're going to stay, sweep those arms forward, lengthen, up, sweep, back, and take a little beating of those heels, little beat, beat, beat. So you can see my heels beat, beat, beat. Keep that chest nice and open, long through that back of the neck for 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on down. Press it back, getting a nice little length to that back line. Bow that head down in, nice deep inhale, and nice full exhale, rolling, lengthening on up. So we're coming to our plank next. So on our plank, we have your different variations, forearms, fully extended arms, whatever feels best for you on those knees. Good. We're gonna hold it there. If you can come in and out of it as you feel like you need to. Go for the time here if you can. So I'm gonna do mine on fully extended arms today. I'm gonna find those shoulders on the back. I'm gonna reach those legs on back. Find the balls of feet up and in with that abdominal support. Nice deep inhale, nice full exhale. That protraction, retraction of the shoulder blades we found earlier, not letting it sink, broaden them. Yeah. Gaze right in between the hands. So that crown of the head, that energy shining right forward, those heels back. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale. Up and in with that abdominal support. Keep it long, keep it strong. 4, 3, 2, and let those knees come on down, and 1. Press it on back, get that length, bow that head on in. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Great thing about these videos is that you can stop and do one more plank in here again. We're not going to do, that's just our one for today. Let's go to a little leg stretch before we finish up here. So you're going to step that right leg on forward. As you step it forward, make sure that knee's right in line with the heel, and just let that lean a little bit forward through that hip. We're getting a nice stretch to that front of the hip, psoas into that quad line. Shoulders are relaxed. Lift that gaze up, that chest up. That's going to intensify that whole front line stretch. Nice deep inhale. Nice full exhale. Knee right in line with the toes, shining forward. Nice deep inhale. And nice full exhale. You can come a little bit out of it and then back into the stretch. Back out of it, back into the stretch. Really lead that pelvis forward. Good. Find the balls of the feet there, the leg in the back. You can use your hands here. Nice deep inhale, and then exhale a little more active. You're finding the ball of the foot. You're going to hover that back knee. Now squeeze those inner thighs together. They're doing 2 different things here, but squeeze them to midline. Use that hand if you need, or if you need to touch the mat, you can be right here on the mat, or take a little hover and hold, or work into those nice strong quads. 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and let that knee come on down. We're going to exchange legs here. Send that left leg forward. Walk it a little forward there so you have some space for that knee to come forward to bring that pelvis forward into that nice length, that quad line. Lift that chest tall. Let that gaze and chest lift up more. Open that whole front line. Nice deep inhale. And nice full exhale. Nice deep inhale. And you can let that come out of it and lean into it. And come out of it and lean into it. And out of it, lean into it, find the balls of the feet there behind you, press down, squeeze it up, and let that hold. And hold. 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 We have 4, 3, 2, 1, and let that come all the way on down. Both knees come down. Sit it back into our child's pose stretch. From that child's pose, tuck those toes under, press those heels down. Find that downward dog. Walk those hands on back to your feet. Hanging over, grab onto each elbow, nice deep inhale, nice full exhale. Feel that weight dripping forward to that upper body. Long through those hamstrings, long through that spine, release those arms, nice deep inhale, exhale, scoop, round, curl, lengthen. We finish taller, more supported than we began. Thank you guys for joining me today. Love working out with you.